The baby in the woman's belly gave off a faint glow, and the next second a hen suddenly appeared on the ground, laying hundreds of eggs in an instant. Then the baby used magic again, causing the lake water to rise into the air, and countless fish fell from the sky like rain. The woman stood there stunned by the miracle. Turns out the child in her womb was no ordinary baby, but a lucky four-leaf clover who had failed a heavenly trial and fallen to earth 3 days ago. She had casually buried it back into the soil, never imagining that moment would change her fate forever. That very night, she lay weak and sick in bed, but her mother-in-law and sister-in-law were plotting against her. They thought she was useless and couldn't work, so they tried to force her to drink abortion medicine. She knelt and cried, begging them to stop, but they coldly pressured her to drink it. When they failed to pour it down her throat, they raised sticks to beat her swollen belly. But just then, the stick bounced back as if hitting a wall, and the baby inside her suddenly spoke, saying they should cut all family ties immediately. That innocent voice woke the woman up, but she hesitated, because once separated, she had nowhere to go. The next moment, her mother-in-law slapped her hard. The baby sensed her fear, and used magic to show her the future. In the vision, the woman was forced to do hard labor, exploited and eventually sold to a village bachelor for dowry money. Seeing how tragic her future would be, she finally made up her mind. Holding her belly, she took her young daughter and left the house for good. Just as they reached the village entrance, a kind neighbor handed her a key, saying it was to their family's unused old house, and she could stay there for now. The woman was overwhelmed with gratitude. Then seeing her daughter shivering with hunger, she decided to go out and find food. The baby heard her and used magic again. Just as the woman stepped out the door, the hen on the ground laid a pile of fresh eggs. Mother and daughter were overjoyed, but the smell of food had barely drifted out when the sharp-nosed in-laws followed the scent. Before the woman could react, they stole the hen. The sister-in-law shamelessly admitted they'd already slaughtered it. In a fury, the woman grabbed a broom and stormed into their house, only to see them feasting with greasy mouths. She exploded and scolded them on the spot. The mother-in-law then pretended to be kind, saying she could come back if she wanted, while the sister-in-law mocked her, offering her the chicken's rear to taste, and ordered her to do chores. Filled with rage, the woman fought back, beating the three of them until they screamed, drawing a crowd from the entire village. She asked the village chief for justice, but he brushed it off as a family matter. Realizing the hen was gone for good, she returned home full of anger and sadness. Seeing the bare and broken house, she finally burst into tears. The baby in her belly sensed everything, and began casting spells again. Suddenly the sky darkened, lightning flashed and thunder roared, and once more the lake water surged into the sky, followed by fish pouring down like a waterfall. She was completely shocked, finally realizing the baby inside her could speak, and was a little Lucky Charm. She then decided to share a fish with the kind neighbor who helped her, but just as she stepped out, she ran right into her in-laws again.